Hey, Rich.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I'm pouring me a little green tea here. Yeah,
BT.
my normal tea of choice.
Heard that's good for migraines.
Somebody told me that. Where'd I hear that?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I've never had a headache in my life, Doug.
Never?
No.
Or did you just have so many hangovers that you couldn't tell that it was a headache?
Easy.
Oh,
A little controversial
ah.
here.
Well, it's been what, 2 weeks? That's what's controversial. The fact that we've gone 2 weeks without recording and posting anything. We were on
I was
such a good vibe.
I was in Nash Vegas for 4 or 5 days, and you were busy, I guess, because I didn't get a phone call to
Yeah.
tell me when we were supposed
Oh,
to be done.
totally forgot that the phone only works one way.
Yeah, it
My
does,
bad.
because I'm the only one that ever. Here's a controversial subject that we can talk about.
No.
I'm the only one that
No.
calls my brothers. My brothers never call me.
And
Actually,
you know what? I'm
actually, when
gonna
it goes
touch on that.
actually
No,
when it goes
no.
down to
We're
it,
gonna
when it really gets down to it, I'm
we're
the only
gonna
one that calls
we're gonna
anybody,
argue
and
this.
no one ever calls me.
No. We're gonna argue this point because what happens every time I call you? Go ahead. Tell everybody. Tell them what happens, Rich. He never takes his phone off of silent. He leaves it on there 100% of the time. So then I have to text Stephanie and say, hey, tell Bonehead to take his phone off silent because he doesn't even answer the text messages. And then I get, oh, hey, man, I forgot I had that on there. Yeah, let everybody know that, Rich. That's why you don't get phone calls.
You can call me and or text me. I'll see the text, and then we can set up a call time.
No, because I've sent the text messages and you never answer those either. And then I get, oh, dude, I was in 5 massages, man. Sorry, I didn't even get a chance to look.
There's a guy.
Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it whether you like it or not.
I was out golfing a little
So,
bit today, Doug. I was on the driving range just a couple hours ago and testing out some new clubs that I got myself for my birthday.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, Doug, I'm not going to be free till 8 o'clock your time, 7 o'clock my time to record.
Well, I was busy.
I guess this is my fault. I assumed you were working.
No, I
I
took the
didn't
day
know
off
you were
today.
playing Tiger Woods.
I had a day off today. I was actually supposed to go see the cardiologist, had to cancel that. Um and you know, had a couple other things going on, so I actually
You try out your new golf clubs.
I actually blocked my schedule today because I had too much going on. But
Yeah. So my question is, apparently you didn't get arrested, so you must have asked if you could play through.
I did. I played through. I actually didn't play. I just hit some balls, tested out the clubs,
Got a little,
got the
you got a
putter,
little teed off.
got the putter out, and putted around for a little while, and then I hit some balls, hit the driver, hit the 3-wood, 9-iron, pitch
Are
wood.
you better at putting or teeing?
At what? Peeing?
No, teeing off
Oh.
or putting.
Oh man, probably always been better at the short game. um, but
Oh,
but
oh,
these new clubs, dude, they're like magic. Like I'm not even lying. Like I've always had like second down or pass me on clubs or like I think the first set I ever bought was like a Walmart set, like a Spalding or something. And
like the ones you left me that one time.
I don't know, but I've never played with like a top of the line set. So this time I pull out the wallet and pay for these nice clubs and for my birthday. And they
Happy
can't
birthday
lie,
to you.
I'm probably going to be on the senior tour probably in a few weeks. That's how good they did.
Wait, you're only 53?
50 at 50 you hit at the PGA level you hit the senior tour.
Oh,
Or you
okay.
can
I
start
thought it was
playing on the senior
55.
tour at the age of 50.
Gotcha. Okay, well, congratulations and good luck on that.
yeah, I'm probably gonna get a sponsorship,
So,
and maybe we could do podcasts from different golf tournaments around the world.
yeah, there you go. There you go. So,
I'm
speaking
not
of,
lying. I hit the ball, Doug, today. I hit the ball. I've been playing golf for a long time, and I'll take like time off where I don't play for like a year. But today I hit the ball further, longer, and straighter than I've ever hit it my entire life. What do you reckon?
nice. You think it's the clubs?
Huh?
I said, you think
Well,
it's the clubs?
there was a few different factors into it.
Uh,
I I think I was teeing my ball up better. A lot of it. I feel like was the clubs. Of course, I've got to be the guy. I'm swinging the clubs, so there's not like a robot artificial intelligence swinging club. I'm swinging clubs. So I think I think that yeah, I
let's
think
see
it
what
might
you did there.
have been me and the clubs. Artificial
Okay. All right.
intelligence.
So, we decided in our endeavors of thinking what we would do next that we would maybe touch on some controversial issues, and we've been kind of going back and forth, and
I just
we
read that. I thought you said controversial topics is what you said in your text, but I didn't read that
was
line.
it
Well, yeah, it was controversial topics, but I I thought you said pilots in the cockpit. I read it wrong. I think I might have been drinking in Nashville when you sent me that, and I was like, he wants to talk about pilots in a cockpit. I don't know. Anyway, forget about all that. But let's talk about whatever you want to talk about.
dude? Is that what you meant earlier when you said you'd been studying all these different pilots for the last week? Oh, wow.
Yeah, we can change it up. We'll do controversial
Yeah.
topics. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's go that route instead. Which that brings us to episode 12 of Loud, Lucid, and Laughs, and I'm Doug Boyer, and this is
Still Rich James.
not Rich James Boyer, which is a
No,
controversial thing in itself.
only to
Which
my
I
fault.
believe
There's only
I
one
believe in
person.
our a Facebook post that came up as a controversial thing.
There's only one person that has controversy over that. It's Mike Austin. I don't know. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, okay. What did he have to say? He's
What?
trying to figure out why you're not using that Boyer name.
I think it's been said before already. So,
No.
as a
Okay,
matter of
so we're
fact,
not even.
as a matter of fact, I brought it up for about 5 minutes on a podcast. We can refer back to.
So he just has to go listen to it.
Yes.
All right. So I wrote a bunch of stuff down, and we had a few people that added some stuff, and they brought up some things, and I was actually trying to look for it real quick while you were talking, and my Facebook isn't really wanting to load. That's a controversial thing in itself, whether Facebook works half the time or not. But let's start off, Rich. I'm gonna kick this off with artificial intelligence, since you brought it up. Very controversial topic at this point, due to the fact that Skynet is now live and active, and the robots should be taking over probably in the next 10 years.
Let's hope not.
I mean, my thoughts on AI. So we knew it was coming. It was eventually going to happen. But are we going to learn anything from watching Terminator, or are we going to surpass that and it'll turn like a iRobot, if you ever saw that movie with Will Smith, and everybody have their own personal AI robot?
Yeah, dude.
Cooks for
So
them,
it's a rapidly evolving technology, and it has potential to transform many aspects of our daily lives. But let's think about it though. Like, is all that going to be for the better, or is it going to be for the worse? I'm an old school kind of guy. That I'd rather be riding a horse than driving a car. But yeah, obviously you get there faster in a car. So I like to travel airplanes. So yeah, it was a good thing when technology evolved in that way. So with everything, Doug, there's pros and cons, right? You know, and I think it's important to consider, both sides of that fence, of that argument. There's
Okay.
pros to AI. There's definitely a lot of cons to AI. In my book.
Yeah. I mean, my thought process is it's going to make us all dumber, and it's going to make us a lot more lazy.
I was
I
thinking about
mean,
that too. Yeah, go ahead.
you think about it, you used to have to walk outside in the morning to go get the newspaper, walk back in. So you got a little exercise, and then you sat down and you actually read print in your hands. And now you just hit a button on your phone and tell it to play the news. And while you're sitting there shaving in the morning and doing whatever to get ready for work, you just sit and listen to the news. So you don't even have to read anymore.
Well, I think I've even
And
seen.
same with,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, same with like books, we
Yeah.
advanced in technology so quickly that most people don't even buy books anymore. They listen to audiobooks, so they don't have to read. And I think AI is going to take us that level where, you've got a lot of people right now even posting, uh, I use AI to write a response to somebody. I used AI to write a paper. I had AI explain this to me.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
take the
and as it grows, yeah.
it's gonna take the human emotions out of things, and
Oh,
like I was even thinking about languages because I saw a button I think the other day where you can wear this button and somebody speaks Japanese to you and it'll translate back, and like I like
oh yeah.
you know, yeah. And then I always think about that because we travel in Europe. We've been talking about that on podcasts, and like the Slovenian language that we've been to Slovenia twice in the last uh, year or whatever, and the language has 57 dialects. I think I brought that up on a podcast, but
Yeah.
yeah, thinking, oh, you can have your own personal robot right there next to you, just like translating every possible language for you. You can talk Italian, German, anything, but I don't know if that's better than learning the language. I would say not.
Well, and you're right. And it's actually really close because I mean, not only do you have a translator on your phone now,
Yeah.
but I came very close to spending some money on a pair of earbuds that automatically translates. So I could have the earbud in, I could walk up to somebody, and if they're speaking Spanish, it would automatically translate it into English as they were talking, and I would hear it as English.
Is that the only? How
And
many
I
languages
think it,
does the earbuds do?
I think it was like 56 different languages, I think.
And how
I'd
much
have
was
to
that?
look it up again. I want to say they're about $400 for the pair.
Yeah. See, I mean, I think it's worth it if you're traveling. I mean, that would be something that's worth it to me. But I'd still personally, I'm a book reader, and I got I want to read the book, not hear it. And so I think with the languages, I'd rather learn them personally myself than having an earbud
Oh,
that picks it up. But I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against all
I-
technology. I think it's cool. I think there's a lot of like pros of AI. I was reading, or like automation. That many tasks that are repetitive and time consuming, it could free up humans and from that type of stuff.
like take their
Efficiency.
jobs.
But you can't have an AI guy, AI robot guy, girl, whatever, giving you a massage. You can't have that.
How do you know? Right now they've got them in factories building parts. They've
I think
got
it's
them
all about.
in food joints.
Still think. I think it's about that human connection, and I think you need the personal touch.
Yeah, well,
But
how's that going to work? You being the world traveler, how's that going to work when you have to pay for the extra seat for your robot to sit next to you?
right.
Or do they store them as a luggage down in the
Oh, maybe you can take them
undercarriage?
apart and like put them in luggage. I don't know. Carry on. Um,
Hmm.
who knows? But yeah, in the other hand of that, is it going to take away? Is unemployment going to go up, or is unemployment going to go up with humans because the AI can replace it? You already got that. Like I feel you know, I was at Home Depot for years as a manager, and you know, I feel like, you know, when self checkouts first got introduced, I'm like,
Oh, ugh,
I still hate that. I hate self checkout.
ugh.
I'd rather, I want a person there, you know, I want to talk to a person, and
You
I
know,
don't want, I don't want, even if I'm going to get a cheeseburger, I don't want a robot making my cheeseburger. I want a person making my cheeseburger. I mean,
you
now of
know,
course,
we talked
here's the other
about
thing.
that last episode. Real quick, we talked about that last episode of different things. Yeah, get rid of one thing, self checkout.
So,
Gone.
well, here's the thing
Okay,
with
sorry.
that though. Like, so there's pros and cons. Now you can have a guy making your cheeseburger, or girl, or whoever, making your cheeseburger, and they're having a bad day, and they spit on your cheeseburger, or they put some bad stuff in your food. I don't know. But if you have an AI person, an AI robot, or something like that doing it, artificial intelligence doing it, and as long as you program them not to do anything other than make the cheeseburger, then you know your cheeseburger is going to come out good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the question is, in that aspect, is it cheaper to pay a human being, or is it going to be cheaper to pay for the robot that has the AI involved in it in advance, and then make up your money on the back end? One way or another, your burger's going to cost more.
That's
I
the
don't
problem.
know. I'm
That's the problem. That's one of the cons of AI is the bias. I think like with AI, you can you can have a bias or discrimination if the data that's put into the algorithms is based on, you know, this person's belief that's making that, you know, algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
it's going
know,
to tend to lean that way.
yeah. So
Yeah. So in other words, AI is going to be Democrat or Republican
yeah,
with
Doug. I
very few
decided
independents.
I decided this week, you know, there's security too. So, you know, AI can be vulnerable to cyber attacks and stuff like that if you're not, you know, if it's not designed with the security in mind. But I decided this week, Doug, since you brought up Democrats and Republicans, I'm going to be neither from now on. I've decided that I'm just gonna. I decided that
Uh-oh.
I want to just take the moral ground. You know,
Did you just
uh,
segue into a whole new
yeah,
controversial
maybe.
thing?
I'm just tired of like, you know, I want to be able to talk to all my neighbors, no matter if they're Democrat, Republican, whatever they are. And um,
You, you're you're treading a thin line now.
I know, but I just decided, yeah, like this week, I'm like, I'm sick of it.
Dude,
So
I've been saying that for about 2, 3 years now,
yeah,
probably maybe even five. I've been saying that I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat. I'm a person that believes in moral issues and that they should be addressed that way. And I'm honestly, I think if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you're just dumb. Okay, I
yeah,
said it. You're just
it's
dumb.
like you know, you, it's like the word Christian. We talked about that before. You know, the word
Yeah,
Christian has so many bad connotations throughout history. If you want to be a follower of Christ or a follower of Jesus, then just say I'm a follower of Jesus. You don't have to be a Christian. Just
right,
I'm following God.
right.
But
Yeah.
you know, there's
It,
so many things. So
the,
Doug, with AI, I got
the,
to be honest
the,
with you. I think it's neither inherently good or bad. It's just going to depend on how people use it. We talked. I think I talked about a couple weeks ago about the Randy Travis thing. You know, they did a AI song from it. Yeah, you know, some people love the fact that they could hear Randy Travis singing a song again, even though it wasn't really him singing a song, but there was words that he had, you know, they were taking it from him, and he okayed the song, and yeah. But so you know, there's going to be some good come out of it, some bad, and I think it just depends on how you use it.
I agree.
I
All right.
think with everything you have to, you know, approach
Welcome,
even you have to
welcome
approach that
aboard,
even with a little caution,
Skynet.
a little responsibility.
Yeah. So were you done with your other thing, or you want to move on to something, or you want to keep exploring that?
Which one?
Your whole Democrat Republican thing? Are we gonna not try to
Yeah, I just
upset
think
the apple
I just
cart?
really want to. I really want to just. I think everybody should just love each other, and like I think the moral, you know, just having moral. I read, you know, you read stories and you see so much crap on, you know, when you are looking at Facebook or looking at just
Twitter?
the news and whatever. And I think what we used to do, Doug, I'm holding a pin here. What we used to do is we talked to our neighbors and we had a good time, and it didn't matter if they were Democrat, Republican,
Well,
it didn't matter if they were straight or bi or gay or black or white, or it didn't matter what they are. Hey, by the way, happy Pride Month. But I'm just saying, like, it just didn't matter, like all we did was talk to each other, and we were neighbors, we were friends, and we went back home and went to bed. But like I said, I'm old school, and I think that we need to get back to that. I think we need to get back to maybe not having as much AI or phone or Facebook, and just being, talk to your neighbors.
yeah. Social etiquette has severely diminished,
Yeah.
I would say. But I agree, and honestly, to touch on your subject, eliminate the Democrats, eliminate the Republicans, eliminate the lobbyists, eliminate Senate and Congress with just terms where they can't serve lifetime. I'm all for all that. All of it's controversial. I'm up for all of it. Let's just get crazy. Let's revamp everything, and let's make it the best of two candidates. And they have to advertise, and whatever they advertise can't be negative. It has to be only positive about themselves and talk about what they've done, and they can't say anything bad about the other person.
Right.
I mean,
Doug, let's go to another topic.
Okay.
What about the death penalty? What do you feel like? Let's keep it light here. How do you feel about the death penalty?
All right, I'm gonna throw something.
It's a controversial topic. It has been for a long time.
I'm gonna throw something at you, including that, and then we can discuss. If you believe in the death penalty, then you should be okay with abortion. If you don't believe in the death penalty, then you shouldn't believe in abortion. Each one of them is killing someone.
Right.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So that's my thoughts on it, Rich. And,
hey,
and I'm going to leave it at that.
Maybe you can't keep death light. I said let's keep it light. Maybe you can't keep death light.
I'm gonna leave it at just that. That's my briefest explanation that I can say. And I mean, yeah, you gotta take into effect, because then again it comes down to your beliefs.
Yeah.
And whether
I probably, I have a lot of different thoughts on the death penalty. Probably, I mean, I'm an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth kind of guy. But I also believe that people can make mistakes in life, and like they can do something that they might have did when they were younger, and then get better. You're totally frozen. But anyway. Yeah. Okay, back a little bit. But so I think with the death penalty, now to me, death penalty is one thing, abortion is another. I don't believe in taking the life of an innocent child. I do believe in like what a lot of people do that have my same beliefs, that if there's reasons for abortion, like with it, if it's going to cause the mother harm, if it's rape, if it's something medically that's going to be bad in that situation. I think I believe in that. But I also believe in the on the other half of that fence, I believe in the right to choose, for choice of a lot of things. But death penalty to me is a little bit of a hard one. Because I have that strong eye for an eye. Just kind of talking, Doug, until you come back, and you're not back yet. But
yeah, well, I'm still here. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here. It's just I'm locked up at this point.
Yeah.
They can
All
look
right.
at you and not me and just be happy with it because they can still
Okay.
hear me.
Well,
But
let's move on to another one.
the
Yeah.
death penalty, the death penalty thing, Rich. I mean, for the longest time in my life, I did believe that if it was 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt, and it involved killing someone, then life for life.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that anymore. I mean, depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
So, well, how about let's take it really deep here. And they thought we were doing it just now, but let's get even farther into the tunnel. Um, toilet paper to go over or under?
Definitely
I'm
over.
going to tell you, Rich, it definitely goes over. And it
Definitely
goes over because even if you look at the patent for toilet paper, it shows the roll going over, not
Right.
under. You know what it's like to go to somebody's house, walk in to use their
Hate it.
restroom, and the toilet paper roll is under.
I
You
just
know what
flip
I
it.
do, Rich?
I flip it.
I flip it.
I
I
flip
change it.
Change it.
It drives me insane.
I do the same thing. Do the same thing. Doug, here's one that I'm very strong on. I'm sorry, but I am. I'm very strong on and this isn't light neither. But animal testing. I think it's wrong. What do you think?
I 100% agree with you.
I'm an animal lover. I
No
love animals.
animal,
I love
whether
animals. I think
whether
animals
it's
are
a little mouse or
I don't care if it's a mouse
whatever.
or I think animals, well, maybe a rat. I think he's a rat. But I think animals are inherently better than people. But is inherently the right word there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm against animal testing. Totally against it.
I'm not going to argue that one. I agree
I
with you
actually hear Clancy
100%.
barking at something right now, and his mom's not doing anything. He's upstairs, but I can hear him. He's obviously not happy about something, probably because his dad's not with him. But anyway.
Yeah, I agree 100%. There's nothing that we need to be testing on animals. But then, Rich, if you look at that, every time they develop um, a drug or vaccine or something else, it never goes through human trials first. It always goes through animal trials. So you're saying eliminate the animals and start using it on human subjects, like maybe prisoners or what?
Oh, oh,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All
oh.
right. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, think that one over. Chew on that for just a second. Tell me what you think. I mean,
I mean,
you ask the prisoners to volunteer, or you
I'm
just say, hey, look, man, you're either going to get the chair or we're going to try this vaccine on you.
I'm not against that actually. Like I don't know. I mean, especially like some really bad people.
I
You know,
guess you got to figure out what really bad people means.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're not going to use animals or, I mean, what else can you use?
Yeah, true. Hey, Doug, what do you feel about the squatty potty? Like, I was just in Nashville, and
What?
the squatty potty, the little stool where you put your feet up on a stool while you're going. And I'm just thinking about this.
Oh,
Because like, I'm in Nashville, and my good friend Marcelo Bacchus, we're staying the night at his place, and he's got, he's from Brazil. He's got the bidet going. He's got the squatty potty, the little stool, that raises you up.
so
He's talking about it.
real
He's like, yeah,
quick, real,
because it's supposed to
real
be better
quick,
for your colon. It's supposed to
real
get
quick.
what?
He's got the duvet
He's got a bidet. Yeah,
today.
bidet.
So
Bidets are
does
nice,
he
man. A lot of people
does
in
he
Europe have
have?
them. All of our family in Ireland has bidets.
I understand. Does he have toilet paper?
He has that as well, I think, but he
Oh,
uses bidet mostly. Um, but all of our family in Ireland has bidets, and when you travel to Europe, everybody's got bidets just about. But I think bidets are nice if you use them,
they didn't.
and I
They weren't
think
in the house we stayed in.
I think squatty potties. I gotta tell you, I bought one today to try it out. I did a Howie. I did a Howie. And it took 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Oh, you know what? Probably about 10 years ago, I read an article by a doctor, and it showed pictures, and it showed bringing your knees up because it said it opens your colon and opens everything.
Colon. It's scientifically proven, Doug. You got to follow the science. Follow the science.
Yeah, and I laughed at it at the time, and I thought, well, that would just be weird. And now, okay, so more controversial is the fact that you need to take a picture of this. I need to see a picture of you sitting on the toilet, preferably just put the lid down and actually not popping squat. And I want to see what it looks like.
Like right now?
No, no, no. In the future, you can do it. But I'd be very curious as to see just how that looks, because you're kind of a tall guy with long legs.
Yeah.
My legs aren't as long, so it probably wouldn't look as weird. But
and I got, so there's 7, 8, there's 6.5, 7 inch, 8 inch. I got the 8 inch one. And so
you went big or go home, huh?
Right. And so it puts you almost in that full squat position, like a pretty heavy squat. Like, so especially for a taller guy like me. But dude, I can't tell you. I mean, I can't lie. I felt like I cleaned myself out in 3 seconds. Didn't take no time.
Other than having the toilet underneath you, do you feel like your ancestors?
The only thing that I felt like is that the way that I was angled, it could be possible if I was peeing at the same time that I could like pee up in the air as well. I don't know. But I don't know. But I mean, if the
wait, when
the
you
job
go number
keeps going that quickly, Steph could be very happy because it would give us more. It would give us considerable more time to hang out together.
When you go number 2, you don't also go number 1 at the same time?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
You're just worried that number 1 might decorate the walls at some point?
I don't know, dude. It happened. I'm just saying it could happen.
Where did you find this?
Where did I find what?
The squatty whatever.
Oh, dude, they're on Amazon everywhere, but I got it at Walmart today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Walmart has those?
Yeah. Foldable. I don't think
I've ever seen them.
You can fold it up. It fits around the toilet. You can fold it, collapse it, put it behind the toilet. You can do whatever you want to with it. Yeah. It was an experience.
Oh, all right.
Dude, I was saw Lance Armstrong a year or 2 years ago, something like that. He was trying to sell his house in Aspen. I think he never sold it for what he wanted, so he kept it, from what I know of right now. I think he had 11 bathrooms in his house, and he was taking the realtor on a tour of his house. And in all 11 bathrooms, he had the squatty potties, and he talked about it. I don't know why I didn't get one then. I thought about getting one then, and I didn't. I don't know until I saw Marcelo's last week, and I was like, dude, I'm getting the squatty potty, and I'm gonna get it today too.
So I've got like a little fold-up stool that you can stand on. It's about yay tall.
It'll work.
That I bought for like $3 at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, try it.
And maybe I try that and save myself some money.
Dude. I was looking on Amazon. There's bamboo ones. There's soft, cloth cotton type ones you can put your feet on. But I went with the hard plastic from Walmart. But because I'm like, nobody's gonna see this, so I need to have a bamboo wood squatty potty. I mean, I probably.
So you're not gonna leave it out for guests?
Dude, I could have probably took one of my guitar cases up there and put it in there, and it would have worked. I don't know, but I mean,
you're not going to leave it out for the guests to use.
No, the guests don't use my master bathroom.
No,
I got to go in the, downstairs.
The other 12 bathrooms that you have in your house.
The mud room or something. Yeah, I had these guys delivering a washer and dryer one time, and the guy's like, "Can I use your bathroom?" And I was like, "Yeah, use any of them." And he was like, "How many?" I was like, "Yeah, there's like 4 bathrooms. Whatever you want to use." Oh, okay.
Pick one, buddy.
If you gotta go, just go, bro. Just use whatever you want.
Just don't use my squatty potty. Okay, Lord.
Doug, what do
All
you
right.
think about the controversial topic of gun control?
Well, hold on, I can answer that.
I'm
One
just-
second.
I'm just
Just give
jumping
me
things
1
around here.
second.
I'm jumping
One
around from
second.
squatty. Okay,
If
going.
if you can talk for like a minute to keep everybody going.
Well, I'm
give me like
just saying, I'm going from squatty potties, and relieving your bowels to gun control. So went a little bit
Well,
hard change there. Hard change from squatty potties, relieving your bowel movement, and gun
I
control.
don't
Trying to
I don't know
see,
if my camera's working or not, but
trying to see the
you know,
hat.
here, let me help you out here.
We the people. There you go.
I'm a firm believer, Rich, in
Well,
the
I've got
Second
I've got my
Amendment.
Sills. I've got my Sills
And
hat on
yeah,
where I have bought many of my guns.
I would just say in my thought process, when the words gun control come up, I think that means that you need to hold your weapon properly.
True.
That there should be no issue in holding the weapon, and that you hold it properly, your stance is proper, the gun is controlled, and you hit what you're aiming at.
Well, I personally, when I hear gun control, the first thing that comes to mind to me is you should have as many as it takes.
And what's the answer to how many does it take? As many as it takes.
As many as it takes. And also, Doug, guns are kind of like golf clubs. You can get your old second hand-me-downs, that you got, like maybe a couple guns you got from dad, a little pea shooter, a little 6 pistol, whatever, but then you can go big, I mean, you can get better. You can have guns that fire longer and straighter.
Yeah.
Like golf clubs.
Yeah.
Like
golf clubs.
Yeah.
You can have like your different woods, your different irons, your different calibers.
Exactly. Well, I think
So,
we pretty much covered
control.
I think we covered gun control. What do you got, Todd?
All right. Well, here's one very controversial, especially if you get my wife involved.
Hey, although gun control could go along with death penalty, but anyway, go ahead.
No, I'm not going to say it. Anyway, ready, aim. Anyway, traveling. If it's drivable, do you drive or do you fly?
If it's short, like I like to fly, but I've been thinking about this lately. Like, let's say I'm going to visit my son in Kansas City. Like we're going out to the wedding in September, which you'll be driving. But
I'll be driving.
Yeah. So I could drive it. It's like 8 hours, right? 8.5, and maybe I will. But I was thinking about this. I was like, if I go to the airport, so it'd be 8 hours there, 8.5 back, eight there, 8.5, I don't know. Maybe 17 hours, let's call it. There and back. But
right.
Going to the airport is going to take me an hour. Coming home from the airport is going to take me an hour. Getting through security and all that garbage and blah, blah, blah. You got to show up 2 hours ahead of time. That's wasting. So that's 2 hours ahead of time, an hour driving. That's 3 hours, right? Going there.
Right.
And getting off the plane and everything, it's probably only an hour and a half back. So you're into 4.5 hours already, right?
Okay.
If you do the math, let's call it 5. So, you're into 5 hours of travel time. Plus you have to buy the ticket. And then get a car when you go out there,
Rent a car.
Mm-hmm. So you're into another couple $100 for that, couple $100 for the plane ticket. I don't know. When it's a trip like that, when it's that, like it's not that far, if it's 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, I think maybe drive it, if I was going from here to Florida or like here to Tennessee, we just went to Tennessee. That's a 17-hour drive. You're talking 34 hours both ways. I think buy the ticket,
Really?
Yeah.
So that's what Gina says. Gina's like, fly, fly, fly. I don't care if you can fly, just fly.
Well, there's two
And
things there.
I'm,
You already
I'm,
know it. I'm sure you're gonna say
I'm
you can
a
see a lot
driver.
of things. You can see a lot of things along the way, but
Exactly.
like not in Kansas. Like it'd probably be better to fly because like there's nothing in Kansas. So
Yes. No, wait. Your son and I, Ryan, we discussed this when we drove through Kansas on the way to Colorado. We moved you all out there. And we discussed there's three things in Kansas. Wind turbines.
yeah.
Land as far as you can see. Government signs that tell you they're giving away free land.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going to see. It's almost like a Tom and Jerry cartoon or a Speedy Gonzales or any of the cartoons from the 70s and 80s where you see them running nonstop and it's the same scene behind them constantly. That's what I get when I drive through Kansas.
There's a couple colleges along the way, Doug, that don't really matter. Sorry, Ellie. But you know, other than that, other than that, it doesn't really matter to go through Kansas. So obviously, yeah, I'm not gonna drive anymore through Kansas. I did that when Ryan was in Columbia, Mizzou, M-I-Z. But
Look, if I come out to see you, I would like to drive, and I've done it. Howie and I did it back in 2019.
When I say this is controversial as well. When I say M-I-Z, I need you to say Z-O-U. Okay.
Oh, my bad. Did you say M-I-Z?
I did. I threw it in there really quick.
Z-O-U.
Because you know I did a Kansas put down, so then I had to throw the M-I-Z in there. But anyway.
Z-O-U.
Z-O-U, baby. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think you can see things when you're driving, but I think flying gets you there quicker and you get to do what you want to do in that city.
That's like Gina. She says, fly, get there, you get to do whatever you want to do.
Well, I take your daughter.
I'm like,
your daughter was doing it.
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, take an extra couple of days, see things you've never seen before, enjoy some sights, meet people.
Do it like Matt and Shelby did. You know, they took a road ride or they took a flight out and then drove back, right?
Well, they're going to. They're wanting to.
Oh, they haven't done it.
They haven't done it yet.
Yeah, they're flying out to somewhere and then driving all the way back, right?
Their goal is to fly out to, I want to say it's Maine. They're looking to fly out to Maine and then drive back home.
Nice.
And just hit different sites on the way back.
Yeah, they're doing like dinner, diving, yeah, that thing.
But you know, I also looked at. Do you know there's a route where you can take a train and it takes you through all the states, like one great big whoop? I was reading an article of a gentleman that did that. I mean, you can do one way for like $260. You start one side of the country and go to the other side of the country, and it's one big loop. But yeah, I think he said you spend about $700 to $800 if you stop for a day to stop.
Just like with a lot of these things we're talking about, it has, you know, there's pros and cons. I think with that one, you can. It just depends on what you want to do. Like it is cool sometimes to travel by car and see a bunch of stuff and road ride, but then other times I just want to get to somewhere and be where I'm at.
We're going to Vegas and we're going to be flying, so we're not going to drive it, but we will drive to the wedding.
Doug, what do you think about
in the big cases?
You're going to drive, yeah. You're driving against City, yeah. What do you think about the controversial topic of government surveillance? Can't talk.
Surveillance?
Yeah, the government watching you.
I'm going to say that this right here is the government watching you. So if you don't think it's happening, all you got to do is talk about a topic and then open up a social media site and you'll immediately see whatever it is you just talked about.
It reminds me of that song, Who Cares? Who was that? Rockwell? What was that guy's name?
You know, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Rockwell.
Yeah, be watching me. Yeah. Is it Rockwell?
I always feel like somebody's watching me. You know, Michael Jackson sang backup on that.
Did he?
Yes, sir, he did. He helped produce Rockwell. But Yeah, I think government surveillance is everywhere. If you've watched any of the shows, traffic cameras, bank cameras, they
Well,
can they can they can literally narrow it down to where you are at any given time. If you have a cell phone, they can ping towers and put you in a little
no,
triangle
that's why.
of where
That's
you're
why.
at. I
Like,
mean,
if I ever
that's how
kill,
they're solving all these
yeah, if
murders
I ever
and
kill somebody, Doug, the watch and the phone. I mean, they're saying here. that
that's a little
was
controversial.
a little. That was a little dark. Sorry.
Might wanna
Um, I mean, I don't plan on doing
might
it.
wanna
No, yeah.
rent a car under somebody else's name and use a different credit card and
Is it possible we
you
could
know
edit that part
the
out where I said that?
no, I don't
Huh?
edit any if you haven't noticed yet.
Anybody? Remember Matt edited? Hey, he edited that one your time. Can we just edit that? But
Oh
like,
yeah, he did. That was fun.
yeah. But no, I
Okay,
think
so yeah,
it's a definite weird. It's a definite real thing right now, and a weird thing. I was gonna say weird, real, yeah. But I think yeah, it's definitely happening, and it's happening probably more than we know, and at a
oh
higher level than we know. Maybe not
yeah.
than a higher
I
level that
mean,
Julian Assange knows, but at a high
yeah,
level.
but only when it's needed because sometimes the cameras go out like in prison when people accidentally hang themselves. Like
Yeah.
anyway, um, no, I 100% believe that everything is being surveilled at this point and watched through every camera that they have out there. I mean, they put cameras out to say, "Hey, we're taking pictures of speeders." Uh-uh. They're used for other stuff, and
Yeah.
I didn't know this until talking with a few officers, but almost every car has little cameras on them that take pictures of the license plates as every vehicle they go by. And if they pull up, like, if it sees a picture of a plate, it pops up and says this driver is suspended or whatever. It pops up on their computer and tells them, and they pull them over.
See, that ticks me
It's
off.
crazy.
Like I wanted to go back to the Western days where, like, if I did something wrong, you got to catch me doing it at the time I'm doing
Okay, Jesse James.
it. No, it's Rich
Regulators,
James.
ride.
It's Rich James.
It's James. I'm sorry.
Justin James is my cousin.
Yeah. Okay.
No, seriously though, like I don't
All
want like
right.
an airplane or I don't want like a traffic light to tell me, oh, you passed this when it was red. Like no, a cop's got to be there to tell me that and show me that and pull you over when it happens. Dang it! Not that, not that I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm a very good driver, but I'm an excellent driver. Um, dude, what do you think about health insurance? Did everybody have it?
All right.
Because that to me is like a controversial thing. Like over in Europe, it's pretty cheap. Over here, they take your kidney before you even die. Like I mean,
Well,
like I think they rape you, and rape is a harsh word, but maybe that's a little too controversial. But I think they rape you with so I'll say it again, but I'll say it again. But I think they do. I think they. I think
well,
the
welcome
price,
to episode 12, our last episode.
the amount of money that you pay for health insurance in this country is ridiculously insane, and pharmaceutical drugs
So
are ridiculously
here's a good thing.
insane. Huh?
A lot of your foreign countries have free healthcare, which the word free healthcare is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard because they don't have free healthcare.
No.
You're taxed. Your paycheck is taxed severely to help pay for everybody's healthcare.
Well, no, and some of it though isn't even free. Like people working, but I'm talking like in Slovenia or Ireland. Like sometimes the healthcare is like it's like $30 a month for if you're a working individual. But over here, it could be 8 times that, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12 times that.
Dude, I pay $80 a week.
Yeah.
$80 a week.
So 320
Something
a
I
month.
may never use. Yeah.
Yeah. So like over there, I'm saying if you were doing the same thing, you'd be paying $30 a month.
And the difference is over there, An EpiPen's going to cost you, I don't know, $20. Over here, since it's not regulated, Big Farm takes over, and it's $1,000
Yes.
for the exact same thing you can buy somewhere else.
Right.
No, healthcare, man, it's the biggest ripoff scheme. And this is going to add right into another thing. It's just like insurance of any aspect. It's like the mafia took over, and they created all these scams of, hey, I'll come by once a week. You give me $1,000, your building doesn't burn down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, you know what? You give me your car insurance, and hey, pay for that guy that doesn't got insurance, and then we're gonna screw you when you have an accident.
Dude, you've been frozen for about 4 minutes. I just haven't wanted to say anything, but
Yeah.
you would come back. But I would have liked to have seen your faces while you were saying the Italian thing. But
You know, my bad.
forget about it.
Sorry. Forget about it. But it's just like any insurance, Rich. It's all a big scam. You know, pay us something that you may never use.
Right.
And healthcare is one of them. You have it because if something does
Social-
happen, you need it.
Social Security's another.
Otherwise, and quite honest, I don't know if I should say anything, but Gina had to go to the doctor here a little while back, and she's been getting bills. And she's like, "What is this one for? I don't even remember seeing this person." Oh, this person sent me an $84 bill because they read my paperwork.
Yeah.
$84 because they read the paperwork.
Oh, you can go
To
on.
tell somebody what it said. You know, she got charged, I think it was $47 for some Tylenol or something. I don't know. It was
You're
stupid.
back, bro.
Hey, forget about it. Well, it says, this is how it's going to work.
Doug,
I'm going to need you to.
You know, when I was in the hospital back in 2008, when I was in the hospital, I brought home my whole bill. It was a stack of paperwork, like 8 inches. It was as tall as my, what do I call that thing? Spotty or potty squatty
Your
thingy.
squatty potty.
My squatty potty. It was 8 inches. It was as tall as my squatty potty. Is that 8 inches?
Hey.
I think. I don't know, somewhere.
But I know that's controversial.
Hey, size doesn't matter. Anyway, but so 8 inches.
It does for your colon.
It's like I'm talking like I'm paying $110 for 2 Tylenol or something, or Motrin when they were bringing it to me. I'm paying, just the itemized list on there was so insane that it was like $200,000 worth of stuff. And it was just total. But I had him print. I wanted him to do it at the hospital. I made him print the whole thing out. I'm like, I want the whole itemized bill.
This was a long time ago.
Give me the whole
long time ago.
Wait.
This was very early 2000s. I had 2 days in the hospital. Only time I've ever been in a hospital. When I got done, I got a bill for like $3,800 back then. And I called up the hospital. I said, "Can I get this itemized, please? I would like to see what I paid for." So they sent me like a 10-page report. And I start going through, and to get 2 Tylenol at like 7:38 in the morning, I was charged $11.49. To get 2 Tylenol in the afternoon, I was charged like $42.17. To get 2 Tylenol at night, I was charged like $37 or something. It was ridiculous. And I called the lady up and I started asking her all these different things. X-rays. One time they were 149. The next time they were 192. And I said to the lady, I said, "Can you please explain why it costs different at different times? I mean, does it the Earth's rotation, or is it the sun in a different area? I mean, what causes that?" And she goes, "Can I get back to you?" And I said, "Yeah." She calls me back a few hours later. "Mr. Boyer, would you settle for $1,800? I said, "Are you serious? We just went from 3,800 to 18. Gina's still got bills coming in, and this was months ago that she went to the doctor, and they're still coming in, and they're just trickling in, and it's got names that she doesn't even know, and it says that this happened or that happened, and I'm like, you know what? Just call them and tell them, prove that this person did this, and then I'll pay it.
Yeah.
Absolutely stupid.
Well, I had one like that. There was a Dr. Olga something like a thakin something. But he was not a Nigerian dude. He was really super cool. And like I was talking to him and he came in to do a lung extractment for me because like I'd gotten I think pneumonia while I was in the hospital for my heart thing, you know. But anyway, so he came in to see if I wanted him to try to extract that out of me. And I said, no, I think I can get over it, get it all out on my own. You know, like I want to do it on my own. And so me and him, we ended up talking about ping pong, Doug, for probably about 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes, whatever. But because I used to play ping pong with this guy in college that was Nigerian too, and they're historically good in ping pong players. But so anyway, that could be controversial. But I talked to the guy for 10 minutes, whatever, on ping pong, and then I got charged for that. Whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, and it was like $3,000 on that bill. And I'm like, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. You know?
Wow.
But you know, I think it's like, you know, they're not trying to get money from me, they're trying to get money from the insurance company. You know?
Yeah.
But to put all this stuff on there and have the insurance company pay it, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was ridiculous. I did call. I did call. I said, you can talk to that doctor, and he'll tell you we didn't do it. We just talked about ping pong.
Well, and honestly, I think a lot of it is they truly think people won't look and people won't notice, and they'll just pay it because that's what people have been doing for years.
Speaking of that, dude, at Walmart today, the guy almost double charged me for the squatty potty. There was 2 charges of 24, and I was like, he was trying to get me to see if you could get a warranty on that, Doug. 2-year warranty is like $386, and I think that messed him up. So he added it up twice, and I was like, hey, I don't think that's right. You know, and he voided that second one, but
well, Mr. James, what you're doing there is you're paying for your next one when this one breaks.
I mean, I hate to
you
keep
just
going
bring this receipt on back, and we'll give you the second one.
I hate to keep going back to the squatty potty, but yeah, that happened today.
Yeah.
I think maybe he was trying to charge me to see if I'd notice. I don't know, but yeah,
that's crazy. I don't. You know, we could go on. This podcast could probably go on for about 5 hours, but I don't know that you could put up with the fact that you wouldn't be able to see me for 4 hours and 45 minutes of it.
Right. I mean, you're back now, kind of blurry, but you're back. Where are we at now, time wise?
We're at 57, almost 58 minutes, man.
Oh shoot, we can end it there unless you want to talk about religious freedom.
Well, no, there's one we didn't get to that I was going to ask you about that I thought would take some time. So, no, I wouldn't. I mean, that is a good one to talk about, but you'll open up Pandora's box on that one.
Right.
But UFOs, do they exist or not?
It's a controversial topic, Doug, that I'd rather not discuss.
Yeah. We're going to leave that one alone. So,
unidentified flying objects, are they out there? Yes. There's a lot
according to the government, July of 2023.
Doug, I'm out here by the Air Force Academy in Colorado, and there's a lot of things that are in the air here. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it with this. July 2023, the government says there are things in the air that we cannot explain. And then they put out a bunch of videos. So you choose to look at that how you want.
I'm going to leave it at this. 1960 something, I think. Jim Morrison at the Doors said there are things known and things unknown, and in between are the doors. There you go.
Okay. And with that,
Doug's frozen again.
Tuning in.
Back. No, he's not.
There you go. Hey, wait. No, he is. Yeah. And with that, you know what? We're at that hour mark. So let's call the ball and bring it in and call it done. Rich, thank you for the controversial topics that you brought. And maybe
our lawyers tell us that we have to say something about something that we didn't say.
Oh, yeah. We were supposed to say at the beginning.
I don't know, my friend Justin texted me yesterday and said, hey, when you're saying that thing, I don't know why he said this, but he said, when you're saying that thing, you know, that thing, He said, say it at the end, but it makes sense to me because we forgot it
Say
today
it at
anyway.
the end. Well,
Yeah.
okay, Justin, this one's for you. It's at the end. Our lawyers tell us that we have to say that anything we discuss is our own opinions and not the opinions
thing
of
that we say.
any other entities or any other individuals. And this is not
Oh,
a
no,
paid
no, no. You know what he
promotion
said,
and
Doug?
blah,
You know what
blah.
he said?
And,
He said on your podcast, you should do a re-recording of that lawyer thing and just play it at the end of the video every time.
oh,
Instead of us
so
saying
like at the end of the video, we should just add in,
it. Yeah.
our lawyers have told us that we have to say that. Don't give me a break.
Our lawyers have told us that,
All right, Rich.
our lawyers have told us that we have to say something about something that means nothing to nobody to nothing. Anyway.
So we're recording late because we didn't get this out. It's a Monday night. Not sure
Somebody
when I'll
didn't
get
call
it
me.
out. Probably
Nobody
in
called
a
me. Nobody called
day
me.
or two. Yeah,
Nobody.
that's a controversial thing. That's your fault.
Nobody.
Anyway, I'll try and get this up by Wednesday. We're gonna try and do another one to have it up on the weekend.
Put it up
Maybe
tonight.
bang 2 out in a week.
Oh,
No, dude, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's my bedtime.
I gotta go use the squatty potty.
Yeah. Okay. You have fun with that. All right, man.
I'll take a
Have a
picture.
good one.
I'll take a
And,
picture and send it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
So